The opening hours of replay of a Metroidvania often feel like a bit of a slog, as your powered down state is directly at odds with the knowledge of the world that you have garnered. You know what your character doesn't, and it kind of eats at you.
Just get up there, man! But I can't. I haven't gotten double jump yet.
But I think that Animal Well has the perfect remedy to this issue. Animal Well's replayability is something of a rich soil, each layer of which, when dug through, reveals another core foundation, building a sense of discovery and of wonder. This soil is made up of 3 layers. From the top looking down, we can only see the surface, but upon digging through it, we begin to uncover a full picture. Trust in the player at the surface, nonlinear design in the subsoil, and finally the joy of play buried in the substratum. On this episode of The Shallow Depths, let's look at how Animal Well's tools create its excellent replayability. Animal Well from top to bottom is a game designed around trust in the player. Trust that they will figure out the purpose of each tool given to them, trust that they will use these tools in the puzzles scattered across the map, and trust that they will figure out each of the complicated mysteries that are weaved throughout the background. The reason trust lie at the surface of Animal Well is that trust is established from the get. The player must meander through the lush greenery and find their way to the first of many tools. From there can only be experimentation, a learning of a thing from goofing around with it, swinging the yo-yo in every direction, blowing bubbles to your heart's content, and throwing firecrackers down each dimly lit hall. Instead of relying on heavy-handed tutorials or linear progression, the game trusts the player to piece together its mechanics, environments, and puzzles through intuition and observation. This trust fosters a sense of ownership over discoveries, making each playthrough feel personal and rewarding. Trust also uncovers our next layer of soil, as trust in the player allows the developer to design the game in a non-linear fashion. The non-linear approach to finding tools means that the game gives you ample opportunity to get whatever you feel is the most important. It means that on your first playthrough you organically find each of the main 4 tools and you have a different experience from your friends, but more importantly it means that on the second playthrough, if you have a tool that you prioritize, you can go get it before worrying about anything else. For me, finding the bubble wand was paramount, as getting up to those hard to reach spaces and maneuvering through the game world is what I valued most, but for others, the puzzle-solving versatility of the yo-yo, the fun of the bouncing ball, or the absolute absurdity of the slinky could be their cup of tea. As you see in this clip, my choice to grab the bubble wand allowed me to shortcut a puzzle, and each tool has similar opportunities for experimentation. There are no restrictions to how you discover the world, making each playthrough feel fresh and personal. But solving puzzles is only one function of these tools, and nonlinear design shines a light on their actual purpose. The final layer to all of this is fun. Animal Well's tools aren't about making you powerful, they're not about looking cool, and they're not about defeating a boss in a more efficient manner. Animal Well's tools are about being silly and about being fun. There are things that you would find in your childhood room, a spinning top used to crack through rubble, a flute to teleport you all over the map, and a frisbee that your little guy can ride on. These are not conventional ways of opening up a game world, but Animal Well makes it so. The effect that has on replayability might seem minor, but there is so much depth to it, because it taps into pure, unrestrained curiosity. These tools don't just help you progress, they invite you to play with the world itself, experimenting with their uses in ways that feel organic and unscripted. Each interaction feels like a discovery, not because the game spells it out for you, but because you stumbled upon it while having fun. This playful approach keeps the experience fresh, as you're constantly wondering, what else can I do with this, or where else could this work? By focusing on fun over functionality, Animal Well creates a sandbox of creativity where the joy of exploration is its own reward. This ensures that each return to its world feels like opening a toy chest where you never quite know what you'll uncover next. I hate those opening hours of a Metroidvania, but Animal Well has totally flipped that on its head, as I now derive the most joy from its intro. The design on display here from developer Billy Basso is outright incredible, as replayability is so evidently at the heart of this game's design, shown through its short runtime, its mind-bending puzzles, and its fun tools. There are a lot of layers to Animal Well, a lot of depth to its tunnels, a lot of enjoyment derived from its intricate puzzles, and ultimately, a lot of replayability found in its excellent design.